What got me into barbering was by accident. I didn't start out being a barber. I started out being a cosmetologist. The name of the shop was Hyde Park Hair Salon. So I came in with my client, a female, to do her hair, blow dry, and curling irons. I didn't come with clippers. Once I got to the location, I just figured out, oh, this is a barber shop. There's no place for me. But the gentleman, the owner of the salon, he actually said, hey, you the guy I'm talking to on the phone? You know, come on in, try out for the job, man. We do it all here. So I did. Definitely, I said, I'm not coming back here. This place is too small, it's too tight. And I said, it's not a salon. 2 weeks later, it wasn't even up 2 weeks. The guy come ringing my doorbell, and I look out the window, and he's downstairs ringing the bell. He said, hey, you said you was coming back. You didn't show up. I said, this guy's actually at my doorstep. I hadn't planned on coming back because it's not where I wanted to work, But I said, okay, I'll give it a try. And I was pretty good with my hands, so why not? Pretty creative. I enjoyed being around people, so all those were pluses. So I stuck with it, and over 20 years later, here I am. Not always. When you start out, you taking anybody who walked through that door. Over a period of time, you use the appointments to control your time. So I prefer appointments. It's easier because a person can cut 24 hours a day. As long as they say they open, you can start cutting at 6 o'clock in the morning and cut to 3 in the morning. If you are good, they will always be there. They will always come. So appointments actually controls your time. I prefer appointments, it's easier. But right now, if somebody walk in and I'm not busy, and I got like a 16-minute window, I'm taking care of that client. Let's say over 20 years. And I remember when he first came in, I wasn't his barber, it was another older gentleman in the shop. Was cutting his hair. The older gentleman left and started a business right down the street. And Barack came in, he said, hey, is Wally here? I said, well, he moved down the street, he's about a block away. He said, okay, what you doing? I said, cutting your hair. So that's how that happened. I'm thinking when other people are in the shop, they looking at other barbers, they get a feel of who's doing what, or, believe me, if your hand get broken or you get sick, they know pretty much who they want to go to, so, I was there, I cut his hair, and I've been, cutting his hair ever since. No, not at all. Vanity definitely is not in his makeup. Every now and then he might say, hey, leave it a little longer this time. But overall, he leaves it up to me. I've been to a few. I actually went to one in Atlanta, that was interesting. It's something else, all the different trends that's coming out. I like the work the guys are doing right now. The graphics are unbelievable. For them to actually carve that into a scalp is amazing to me. And I pick up a lot of energy and pride from that. I'm trying a little bit of it now, I'm attempting. I can't do it yet, but I'm working on it. Some I can mention, but our business, as you know, what goes on in the barbershop stays in the barbershop, and one of our biggest assets is confidentiality. Is that it? Is that a good word? That's one of our greatest assets. So we live by that. But the ones I have cut are film director Spike Lee, film director Steve McQueen, 12 Years a Slave, numerous actors, athletes. All of them are regular people. I get into a person's, spirit instead of their title. The title doesn't mean anything to me. I don't care who you are. And that's how I deal with celebrity. It's the easiest way and the only way. Yeah, the main advice, stay reliable, be consistent. Skills matter a lot, but the first two matter more than the last one I mentioned. If you're the best barber, the most creative, your line and your taper to perfection, all that's good. But the number one things to me is being reliable. If I call you, make an appointment, you're gonna be there. I don't care, what time, you're gonna be there. If you say you're gonna be there, that's it. And being consistent. I don't care if your line is upside down. If you're consistent with that and the client likes it, you're good. So perfection is good, but being reliable and consistent is number one.
Booksy, where appointments are made easy.